I have the power. I have the power to create positive change in my life. I have the power to shape my reality. I have the power to let go of what no longer serves me. I have the power to trust myself. I have the power to trust my decisions. I have the power to grow every day. I have the power to heal every day. I have the power to evolve every day. I have the power to overcome challenges. I have the power to be resilient in every situation. I have the power to align my actions with my values. I have the power to set healthy boundaries with ease. I have the power to create a life I love. I have the power to honor my needs and my truth. I have the power to begin again at any moment. I have the power to choose hope even in uncertainty. I have the power to turn setbacks into strength. I have the power to trust the timing of my life. I have the power to show up fully as myself. I have the power within me always. I have the power to choose calm over chaos. I have the power to pause and breathe deeply. I have the power to regulate my emotions with care. I have the power to shift my mindset gently. I have the power to protect my energy. I have the power to move forward at my own pace. I have the power to trust my inner guidance. I have the power to stay present in this moment. I have the power to soften resistance. I have the power to create safety within myself. I have the power to rewrite old patterns. I have the power to choose thoughts that support me. I have the power to release fear. I have the power to welcome peace into my life. I have the power to respond and not react. I have the power to honor my boundaries. I have the power to trust my healing process. I have the power to meet challenges with courage. I have the power to be gentle with myself. I have the power to keep going even when it's hard. I have the power to create balance in my life. I have the power to choose rest without guilt. I have the power to care for my nervous system. I have the power to remain centered and steady. I have the power to choose my perspective. I have the power to create a positive reality. I have the power within me to overcome any challenge I face. I have the power to shape my destiny. I have the power to achieve my goals. I have the power to set healthy boundaries. I have the power to honor my needs. I have the power to attract abundance into my life. I have the power to attract success into my life. I have the power to heal. I have the power to grow. I have the power to continuously evolve. I have the power to make a difference in my life. I have the power to make a difference in the lives of others. I have the power to trust my intuition. I have the power to make confident decisions. I have the power to release doubt and step fully into my greatness. I have the power to speak my truth with confidence. I have the power to speak my truth with grace. I have the power to direct my thoughts towards positivity. I have the power to control how I react to stress. I have the power to replace limiting beliefs with empowering truths. I have the power to choose joy. I have the power to quiet my inner critic. I have the power to remain calm. I have the power to release anxiety. I have the power to embrace peace. I have the power to forgive myself. I have the power to forgive others. I have the power to nurture my mental well-being. I have the power to reframe challenges as opportunities. I have the power to focus on what truly matters. I have the power to be patient and gentle with myself. I have the power to detach from negative outcomes. I have the power to create mental clarity. I have the power to choose faith over fear. I have the power to master my emotional responses. I have the power to be resilient in the face of setbacks. I have the power to trust my own instincts and judgment. I have the power to cultivate optimism every morning. I have the power to break free from old, unhelpful patterns. I have the power to generate my own happiness. I have the power to think big and achieve more. I have the power to feel fully. I have the power to remain strong. I have the power to choose presence in this moment. I have the power to interrupt negative self-talk. I have the power to choose to see the good in everything. I have the power to maintain my focus on my goals. I have the power to welcome positive change. I have the power to be my own greatest source of encouragement. I have the power to define my own reality. I have the power to take decisive and inspired action. I have the power to follow through on my commitments. I have the power to create consistent, positive habits. I have the power to manage my time effectively. I have the power to manifest my deepest desires. I have the power to build the life I dream of. I have the power to overcome procrastination. I have the power to attract career success. I have the power to choose what is right for me. I have the power to maintain my vibrant health. I have the power to maintain my energy. I have the power to manage stress in healthy ways. I have the power to protect my peace. I have the power to protect my energy. I have the power to establish deep connections. I have the power to establish meaningful connections. I have the power to attract loving people into my life. I have the power to attract supportive people into my life. I have the power to communicate my needs clearly. I have the power to communicate my needs kindly. I have the power to heal my body completely. I have the power to prioritize rest. I have the power to prioritize recovery. I have the power to feel strong and capable in my body. I have the power to be fully present for those I love. I have the power to release toxic relationships. I have the power to inspire others through my well-being. I have the power to set firm and healthy boundaries. I have the power to deepen my connection with myself. I have the power to be a source of strength for my loved ones. I have the power to do what feels good for me. I have the power to receive love. I have the power to receive support openly. I have the power to radiate health. I have the power to radiate vitality. I have the power to build a fulfilling family. I have the power to build a joyful family life. I have the power to create miracles in my life. I have power and my strength is unlimited. I have the power to access the universe's infinite wisdom. I have the power and I am a force of nature. I have the power to stand tall in my own worth. I have the power to speak my truth without hesitation. I have the power to bless others with my presence. I have the power to embrace my authentic self fully. I have power and I am divinely guided. I have power and I am divinely protected. I have the power to overcome any obstacle that appears. I have the power to live without apology. I have have the power to live without regret. I have the power to create harmony around me. I have the power of infinite resources. I have the power to transform darkness into light. I have the power to command respect. I have the power to be fully present and energized. I have the power to influence the world in a positive way. I have power, and I choose to use it wisely. I have power, and I choose to use it lovingly. I have the power to create consistent habits. I have the power to create positive habits. I have the power to manage my time effectively. I have the power to manifest my deepest desires. I have the power to be highly productive. I have the power to be highly effective. I have the power to learn new skills easily. I have the power to learn new skills quickly. I have the power to execute my plans flawlessly. I have the power to persist until I succeed. I have the power to create a powerful legacy. I have the power to make intelligent investments. I have the power to lead with integrity. I have the power to lead with strength. I have the power to finish everything I start. I have the power to invent, innovate, and inspire. I have the power to negotiate successfully. I have the power to organize my environment for success. I have the power to consistently attract opportunity. I have the power to adapt quickly to changes. I have the power to create wealth in my life. I have the power to create abundance effortlessly. I have the power to excel in every project I undertake. I have the power to turn my ideas into reality. I have the power to manage massive responsibility. I have the power to achieve financial freedom. I have the power to be a magnet for prosperity. I have the power to live an extraordinary life. I have have the power to feel without being overwhelmed. I have the power to choose clarity. I have the power to trust my resilience. I have the power to show myself compassion. I have the power to cultivate inner peace. I have the power to align with my values. I have the power to act with intention. I have the power to choose growth over fear. I have the power to stay connected to my body. I have the power to regulate my breath. I have the power to regulate my thoughts. I have the power to let go of what I cannot control. I have the power to focus on what truly matters. I have the power to trust my instincts. I have the power to face the truth with courage. I have the power to rebuild when needed. I have the power to stay grounded in my truth. I have the power to honor my emotional needs. I have the power to be patient with myself. I have the power to create meaningful change. I have the power to choose self-respect. I have the power to listen to my inner voice. I have the power to release self-doubt. I have the power to choose kindness. I have the power to choose kindness towards myself. I have the power to trust the process of becoming. I have the power to keep my heart open. I have the power to create safety through awareness. I have the power to remain steady under pressure. I have the power to calm my mind and my body. I have the power to choose healing thoughts. I have the power to shift my energy intentionally. I have the power to transform discomfort into insight. I have the power to release tension with each breath. I have the power to choose hope again and again. I have the power to trust myself fully. I have the power to stay aligned with my purpose. I have the power to meet myself where I am. I have the power to create calm through awareness. I have the power to be present with my experience. I have the power to respond with intention. I have the power to create inner balance. I have the power to remain connected to my breath. I have the power to create clarity through stillness. I have the power to stay grounded in my body. I have the power to trust my emotional wisdom. I have the power to meet life with steadiness. I have the power to nurture myself daily. I have the power to choose supportive habits. I have the power to release overwhelm gently. I have the power to stay aligned with what matters. I have the power to create safety through choice. I have the power to trust myself in every season. I have the power to create peace from within. I have the power always and in all ways. I thank you for joining me here today. Before we end, I'd like to remind you of these facts of life as always. You are powerful beyond what you realize. You are in control of how you respond to life. You are capable of choosing calm in any moment. You are grounded, steady, and resilient. You are able to shift your thoughts with intention. You are safe within yourself. You are strong enough to face what comes next. You are allowed to move at your own pace. You are resilient even when things feel hard. You are focused, centered, and empowered. You are allowed to choose yourself. You are strong enough to begin again. You are grounded in your truth. You are always more powerful than your fears. You are capable. You are amazing, and you have the power within you to change your life. Know this to be true. Claim it as yours now, always, and forever. I thank you again for joining me here today. If you enjoyed these affirmations, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribing, and sharing with someone you love. If you'd like to support this channel further, please consider buying me a coffee at the link below. Lastly, and as always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I could not do it without you. As always, and with love, take care and make a difference.